Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode number 14 of Constructing Los Dangeles Season 2. How's everybody doing? We're back on the city today, ready to continue to make some building progress. And today is going to be another 10-minute post-commentary episode. I got some topics to discuss today with some building in the background. I also have a question of the day today, so we're going to be doing our first question of the day on Season 2. There's so many questions that you guys have asked that have been pretty good questions over the last couple comment sections, so I've been storing those up, and I'm going to start answering those hopefully every episode for a while here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But before we get into any of that, guys, I want to talk about what I'm working on today. Last episode, as you guys know, I was working on some parking lots and some new expansion roads in the northeast area of Los Angeles near the strip mall. Well, you'll find the laundromat, the bakery, the bank, etc., those kind of businesses. And I'm building another strip mall, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. So on my last live stream, I kind of got the front of it put together, and I think it's looking pretty solid. So today's video, you guys are going to see me kind of fill in all the walls on the sides, get the ceiling put in, get the flooring put in, getting all the interior walls put in, and dividing everything up into a bunch of different businesses. So it should be pretty good. And I just want to add multiple different commercial, areas around this area of the map. So that's kind of like what I'm doing. Two strip malls pretty much right near each other, but they're going to have a bunch of different businesses. And I haven't decided what businesses I'm going to put in there just yet, but I think I'm definitely open to suggestions for that. We've gotten a couple of good suggestions already, like Kibblestone is a really good name that we got from Livestream. And that's going to be a pet store, which is pretty cool. So we already have one pet store in Los Angeles. Why not add two? Because I really like pets. But that's kind of like the update of what I'm working on today. You'll kind of just see me putting this together, and hopefully it'll be nice. So that'll be great. A couple other things I want to talk about. Some updates with the City Texture Pack Advanced. Let you guys know, as of right now, the download link has actually been removed from the City Texture Pack Advanced at this point. The reason for this is there's some changes that need to be made to the pack. Some of the blocks are going to be switched out here in the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be having the download link is removed right now, and I'm going to be making a new version of it coming pretty soon. So the reason why we're doing this is the tire video that I made the other day. Apparently, the tire texture that was used for the anvils and things like that, apparently that is a copyrighted texture from another pack called Operation Realism. So I didn't actually know about this until after I made the video, and then I found out a few days later. So once I found that out, I took that video down, and then I had Joseph remove the texture from the City Advanced. So we're going to be going back to the Bedrock Tires texture from here on out. No more tires in the City Texture Pack Advanced. Obviously, I don't want to, take what's not mine. So I didn't realize that it was a texture from another pack. And if I would have known that beforehand, I wouldn't have made the tire video. So no more tires in the City Texture Pack Advanced. We're going to be going back to Bedrock tires but what I read from the comments on the tire video, most of you guys like the Bedrock tires theme anyway, so I guess it's fine. Also, a couple other block choices that are going to be switched up. Actually, I did mention in that video that I wanted to have the purple blocks be retextured. And they have been retextured. In fact, I have a look, like a kind of a preview look at what those are going to be like in this video. I made a police car out front of the strip mall I'm working on with purple blocks. So it's like pretty much an all gray police car. I think it looks pretty nice. I actually also used some purple slabs on this actual build a little bit. I'm not sure if they fit the build very well, but I just put them on there just because it's a new block, and it's something that I'm experimenting with right now since it just got added to the pack. So there's going to be a couple of textures in the pack that are going to be swapped out because they're from other packs, and I want to make sure that, this is very important to me, I want to make sure that all the textures in the City Texture Pack Advanced are either original textures from the original City Texture Pack from Xbox or original textures that we've made. So that's pretty much the updates I wanted to give on the City Advanced. We're currently in the process of editing it a little bit, so hopefully within the next couple weeks here, we'll have all the blocks swapped out with some new textures for you guys, and everything will be good to go. So that's the update on that front. And let's go ahead and get into today's question of the day, which is, again, a line of just a ton of questions that we have right now. kind of on deck because I haven't been doing these for a really long time. So our question comes from Lee Skin, and the question is, will you be fixing the roads and houses when you put Danville into Dan Andreas, like a remastered Danville? Great question here, Lee Skin. Appreciate that one. And of course, if you guys want to leave your question of the day submissions, just like back last season, back in the day, just throw them down in the comments section, and I'll read through the comments and pick out some ones that I really like. So let's go and answer this question right here. He's asking if I'm going to fix the roads and houses in Danville. So I've talked about how I'm going to be moving Danville into Dan Andreas. I have a way of doing that. I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it very soon. And hopefully I want to do it here within like the next week. I want to make that into like a little video of me moving Danville into Dan Andreas. It's going to be a little bit of a process, but I think it'll be really cool. But getting into his question, am I going to remaster Danville? That's a question I think is pretty relevant because Danville, most of the blocks and most of the designs on that world are pretty dated. Obviously, I finished that world in 2013. It's over 3 years old since its completion. Never, let alone since when I started it, which was like 4 years ago. So the question is, do I change the roads? Do I make them wider? Do I make them like better textured? And honestly, I don't think I'm going to. And here's the reason why. I think that there's been enough change on my YouTube channel in the last couple months here for everybody to handle. Okay, it was a rough enough transition, trying to move over to PC. I think changing up Danville is not really what I want to do. I think I'm just moving it onto this world kind of just for like the novelty of it, not necessarily to refurbish it. So I'm most likely going to leave Danville exactly the way it is. I might switch out the roads for like a different color, but not change like the dimensions of them. Like obviously the roads are black wool, which isn't the best looking block in the City Advanced. So I could swap those out for gray, and that's probably going to be like the only change I make to Danville. Because I want to leave it exactly how it was. It has, some nostalgia behind it, and I want to make sure that that stays. So when I do move Danville into Dan Andreas, I think I'm just going to leave it exactly how it was. No changes to the houses, no changes to the roads. Obviously, I'm going to make a highway that runs past it to connect it to Los Dangeles. But other than that, there's really not going to be too many changes to Danville. I want to leave it exactly the way it was. So thank you very much for that question. And like I said, guys, feel free to leave some questions in the comment section, and I will answer another one for next video. But for the last couple minutes here, guys, I want to talk about some school stuff. So I just finished up my last class. So I'm not done with school yet. I still have some final exams to take online. But I finished up my last class where I actually have to physically go to class, and I'm graduating. So that's the last time I'm ever gonna have to go to a class, like for the rest of my life. I don't. As of right now, I don't plan on going to grad school or going for a second degree or anything like that. So it's pretty crazy, a pretty surreal time of the year right now for me. Just being done with school almost. I have to finish up, like I said, a couple more final exams over the next couple of days, which I'm going to be grinding for. So probably not going to be that many videos this weekend, just FYI for you guys. But once that's done, I'm going to be done with school, which is pretty crazy. And then over the winter break, I'm going to be trying to make as many videos as possible for you guys. So lots more CLD and stuff like that, and other series as well. So should be pretty cool here in the next couple of days once I get all my schoolwork out of the way. But until then, it's going to be a little bit of a grind over the next few days. But I got to make sure that I get a CLD out for you guys here today. So with all that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the building that I did today, working on the strip mall, trying to get that put in, adding some detail to it. It's coming along pretty good. This area of the map is a little challenging just because of these huge mountain ranges. So I'm going to be figuring out in the next couple of days here how I'm going to deal with those mountain ranges. We'll get that resolved and everything. And that's about it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been Danlags, and feel free to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of CLD. Peace out.